Hi, Fred here. I just wanted to talk about what's going on in the beer business right now, and also how fortunate we are to have Pumpkinhead. But over 33 years, we've been living and doing the beer business, and recently some things have been happening where it's not a complete fallout. Really, a number of people are basically trying other products, going away from beer. At the same time, competition in beer exploded. When I started the beer business, there were 30, 40, 50 breweries, and now there's over 7,000. So in this video, we're going to talk about the state of the beer business and also where Pumpkinhead is and how happy and fortunate we are to be part of it. The spirit of Pumpkinhead was born through our early days of creating a beer at Federal Jack's, KBC, that people could drink, was sessionable, but at the same time had flavor and celebrated fall and the pumpkin pie in a bottle. And what happened was it was hugely successful early on, and then all of a sudden there was 300 pumpkin beers, and we found ourselves in major competition across the country where pumpkin was exploding and growing, and then all of a sudden we flattened out and declined a little bit because there were so many options. In fact, one of my New York distributors one time basically stopped ordering pumpkin after they completely sold out of Pumpkinhead in September, and basically said, we can't sell it anymore, mainly because we've ordered too many other pumpkin beers and we have to trade you out, which really upset customers and obviously upset Fred Forsley and myself. But if I didn't hear it firsthand at a party in Vegas with these guys at a beer NWA meeting, which is National Beer Wine Wholesalers Association, I wouldn't have believed it, right? But at the end of the day, distributors that we go through have multiple brands, a lot of times have multiple same styles, and really it's like trying to keep 7 wives happy, almost impossible. At the end of the day, we're really excited about Pumpkinhead. It's back in a growth mode. People see us as one of the leaders in the category, and we're always encouraged by people that come, especially in the tasting room, where they'll drive from New Jersey, or they'll drive from Canada, or they'll drive from wherever just to get Pumpkinhead and want to be part of what we have for Pumpkinhead. I think really what's happened is the explosion of competition in every market, and a lot of the competition is the same style of beers. IPAs, a lot of breweries will have 7 or 8 or 9 IPAs. They'll have 5 or 6 different Belgians. They'll have different things that people can get at almost any brewery, but there's not necessarily a lot of uniqueness. And some of those breweries haven't kept the consistency and quality, so people will have maybe a bad experience with a beer and then say, well, I'm going to go back to wine, or I'm going to go to non-alcs, or I'm going to go to, experiment with other things. Well, basically, I think beer and alcohol is under attack from a variety of different areas. One, recently the federal government now is telling us no alcohol is good for you. I would argue that, having an experience with a beer and 2 buddies or family and being able to laugh and be social has as much benefits as, complete abstinence or non-alcohol. I do think we're going to see a decline in the number of breweries in the country over the next 2, 3, 6 years. I think you're going to see some consolidation, which you've already seen with a number of the big breweries. But I do feel the people that still have a passion for beer, the people that drink and love beer, and companies and family businesses like ours that still like living and working in the beer business, will survive and will be there, and we'll find a happy medium. We've been very fortunate. Pumpkinhead is still doing well, even though a lot of beers are in decline. And I think the big reason is that it's got a unique flavor and taste, and we've consistently kept the product the same and have a proprietary recipe that people have tried to match but haven't completely been able to match. Now, big guys, all down to small guys, have tried to copy our packaging, tried to copy our feel, but if you're part of the Pumpkinhead family, it's one of those brands that people have a sense of loyalty to, thank God. I think you're going to continue to see the big get bigger, especially in the liquor business. There are mostly other companies that are huge and have done very well and been there for hundreds of years. There's in the U.S. Brown-Forman and Diageo and all these huge conglomerates that ultimately make up a good part of the liquor business. And then there are the small craft liquor companies. We started Ice Pick Vodka in hopes to grow a brand that could be, a family-run, made locally craft vodka that would go up against other vodkas from Europe and even some local vodkas. So we're looking at growing our brand at a time when most brands are declining. So I'm going to ask you out there to help us, Shipyard and Sea Dog, get our products into your favorite pub or your liquor store. I want to hear from you directly. You can have a personal link with the brewery and we can coordinate getting product to you, especially the Pumpkinhead, Sea Dog Blue Paw, Sea Dog Sunfish, which are amazing. You can have a direct relationship with us. We're in this business to have fun. And like I said, we're living the beer business, not working in the beer business.